Have you ever been told you wanted too much? Or have you ever been told that success comes through hard work? Or have you ever attended numerous leadership training sessions, but only to experience about how to lead others, but not about how to lead yourself? I don't know about you, but I can say yes and put tick in the box to all those questions and many more. Today, I'm going to talk about what I think and believe leaders need and seek, and that are private roundtables, private communities where it is okay to share that we want more. It's absolutely okay. It's also okay to say, but how do we get more the easy way? It's not about following the rest of the leadership team who just work plus 10 hours a day. That doesn't really resonate with me. I don't know about you, but working hard, working plus 10 hours a day and not prioritizing myself, my health, and my family, that is not work-life balance. I've been in this corporate game for more than 3 decades now, almost 3 decades. I'm just 50 now. 51 I am. So about 3 decades. And there's so much focus on work-life balance. There's so much focus on work and get some money. But what I believe and what I see and experience is that there's very little focus on how to make work smarter so that we get more out of life. That is what I am up to. I learned it the hard way and I'm giving back. If this resonates with you, you are definitely in the right spot right now. Let me just check. Oh, hey there, Ellen. I hope you're joining our roundtable tomorrow. If not, put it in the chat. I'll make sure you get our invite. So just, and please, Ellen, when if there's anything that resonates with you, some questions, I love your conversations or questions, and I love you just popping in and say hi, because that's the way I know you're here. So honing back in on success, honing back in on roundtables. So what I have seen, my body is fronting now, what I have seen over the last 2 decades, being a team member, corporate team member, then having my own advisory company, is that very few leaders know how to lead. Very few leaders know how to lead themselves. This leads to or means that they work really hard. They are not in control of their thoughts. They're not in control of their language. And very few of them understand what toxic work environment they create. And so little do they understand that they create their own separation with the team members, who now they may call staff or employees. And the reason why I decided to offer free private roundtables is that I experienced myself, and also as an external advisor, that there was three fundamental components that were missing in big corporate organizations and also smaller organizations. And one of them being not setting people up for success. I've been on the leadership journey since 2001 when I joined BP. First of all, I was blessed to have an amazing leader, a really, really great leader, and who inspired me to where I am today, and also who inspired me to study what great leaders do and what not so great leaders do. But during my time in BP, I was trained how to lead others. right? I remember there was one course in particular, positive power and influence, right? How do you show up in your language? It was, but the course was really good. But the thing was, there was no training on me. There was no training on me. And we cannot grow. We cannot have more success. My brother is responding now. We cannot have more success, enjoy more time and freedom if we don't level up ourselves. I know this may say, ooh, I'm not going to do that. I've been there myself. I was there 7 years ago when I started working with a coach. But I've seen the results, and I've been training and teaching people in this over the last 2 years. And that's why I really own this space about growing your own consciousness. And it is okay to say that we want more success. It is also okay to say, I want more success, but I also want more for life. I also want more out of life. A work-life balance as a leader doesn't have to be 60 or 80 hours a week in the office, and then maybe 10 hours or less to the family, forgetting everything about your health, right? That is not for me, and I'm really curious about what you feel. But that is not for me what life is all about. That is not what I want out of life. And I cracked the code on how to get more out of life. And that's why I now also decided to host a private leaders roundtable, a community where it is okay to talk about I want more, where it is okay to say, I have never been trained to how to grow myself. What do I do? What should I do differently? We don't do anything wrong, right? Because in coaching, we can't do anything wrong. It's just the learning, and our past is our wisdom for what we want to do differently in the future. So, honing back in on tomorrow's Leaders Roundtable. This is for you if you're curious what to do differently so that you can achieve your goals faster in 2023. And not only by the end of 2023, to be honest, it's actually about the very few first months of 2023, what you can do differently. And tomorrow, I will share some of my strategies. It's not my strategies because the strategies are universal. But some of the strategies that I use to radically transform as a human being. You know, some of you know that I was in a toxic relationship. Now I'm a very high conflict divorce case, right? I would never, I promise, and I would never have taken this where the situation is right now, where we are starting really court hearings in January and preparations going on right now. I would never have been here with thriving and with passion and serving you hadn't I learned how to grow, and hadn't I learned and continue to learn how to control my thoughts. I wouldn't, my body's very reacting now. I wouldn't have been in this situation. But I am, and I hope that I inspire some of you out there that you can also shift your life. So the roundtable tomorrow, I will share some of the strategies that I have used to transform my life, to achieve radical shift, and to achieve more success than I had ever experienced and expected would be possible, that I'm going to share about tomorrow. And the roundtable is as much for me to build and help expand your network of great leaders who want more out of life, who want more for themselves. So if this is for you, then you should join the roundtable. It will be 50%, like 50% teaching, training, sharing my stories. And then the second half is QA, questions, how you can achieve your goals in Q1 2020, what is difficult. Then I don't know if there's one only, but there is at least one common factor for this community. And that is you will connect with people who want more success, more time, and more freedom in 2022. And they want to lead people. That is a very strong component. All these amazing people, I believe, have at least they want more. They're curious about this. I know some of them. I know some of you who have signed up for the event. I don't know all because there's so many joining up now. That is really amazing. But it is really a roundtable. It is conversations. I don't know about you, but I missed that when I was a rising leader. I missed that opportunity, that privacy and intimacy to share, wow, this is really tough. How do I do that? And what should I do differently? And I do these roundtables because I hear the need for this. I hear when I onboard people to our mastermind that starts in January, say, but why is my company offering that? Well, I think there is a reason for that. And that is the company, I think in general, haven't cracked the code about growing their employees, I shouldn't say that, their team members, their leaders, as human beings, as leaders in their own life. We are so focused on the outer world, but we forget the inner world. It doesn't matter how successful you can be if your inner world is chaotic, then you will never become more successful, even though you put 60, 70, or 80 hours a week into your job. You will still be stuck where you are. You won't make more money. You won't be a happier person. Your relationship with your wife, your husband may be damaged. Your relationship with kids may be damaged. Not to recognize your health, your physical health,